For this video, I wanted to go back to the air conditioners that pretty much started it all for me, the ones that got me interested in air conditioners. This is a 1997 Sharp 8500 BTU air conditioner, and the two original ones that basically were around since I was born are at the other house, and they still work perfectly fine. This one I got on Facebook Marketplace, and it works great. But yeah, these Sharps from the 90s are the ones that got me started on air conditioners. These are by far my favorite childhood units, and my favorite units that I have in my collection. One of my other favorite air conditioners being the 6000 BTU GE Slumberline from 1972. Just love this one. These are slide-out units, so they're very easy to install and uninstall. You just take the front cover off and slide the inside of it out, and you can just put the frame or the case in the window and slide the rest of the unit in. So it's very nice. Here's the model number. These are rated at 7.9 amps and 850 watts. From 1997. These have Matsushita compressors and Samsung fan motors. Compressor is on this side, and there is a look at the fan motor. These have really big fan motors in them. I'll take a look at the back of it so you can see the condenser coil. These have curved condenser coils, which is really interesting. And they're very large units for sure. I also have some 10,500 BTU versions. Here's the control panel, got the power button, selector for high, medium, and low cool, and fan only, which it runs on medium when it's on fan only. Temperature up and down, and timer setting. This temp button is for when you're in the timer setting and you want to adjust the temperature. And then energy saver, and of course timer. So I'm going to start this up on fan only, and we'll see how many amps the fan motor pulls. So here's high. Compressor's not going to start because it's going to be set to 74. It's definitely cooler than that down here. We are at 1.3 amps on high, 130 watts. Medium, 0.93 amp, 101 watts. Power factor went up. And low. 0.84 amps, 91 watts. These air conditioners do have ball bearing fan motors, and those ball bearings can get a bit noisy over time. What I do is I just put some really thick oil in them, and that usually quiets them down. This one isn't bad at all. It's very clean, lots of airflow through that condenser coil. Alright, I'm going to turn it off and put the heater in front of it, and we'll get the compressor to start. This one is missing the slide-in filter, but all the rest of mine have the filter. And with the timer button, you can actually set the temperature without turning the unit on, and then it'll keep that temperature. Let's go to high speed. That's low. And we are at 4.6 amps, 452 watts. Low. The compressor has quieted down a little bit and it's making that ringing noise that it always does shortly after startup. That line always frosts up at first. It's been a few minutes. We are now up to 5.42 amps and 584 watts. There's our temperature. You can really hear that ringing sound over here. And it kind of just quieted down. It's been about 5 more minutes. We're at 5.94 amps, 645 watts, and temperature is very low, 37 degrees. The frost is pretty much gone on that line now, so that means it's belt pressure. I think this is where it's going to top off at on low speed. Go to medium. And high. I love the way these air conditioners sound. The fan motor sounds good, the compressor sounds good. Looks like this is where it's going to stay on high speed. That 8500 right there from 1995 is pretty much the same. The fan motor doesn't have the noticeable harmonics that the 97 does, but you can still hear it a little bit. Here's one of the 10,500 BTU versions. This one is from 1995, and physically it looks exactly the same as the 8,500 BTU versions. It's got the rounded condenser coil, and it is a slide out as well. The difference between this and the 8,500 is this one has a bigger compressor. It's also a Matsushita with a Samsung fan motor. Has a dual layer evaporator coil, and the refrigerant tubes in the condenser are bigger. So that's the main differences. Here are the specifications on the 10,500 BTU. It is rated at 9.8 amps and 1,105 watts. Here's a look at the evaporator coil, since I didn't show it on the other one. It looks pretty much the same, but like I said, this is a dual layer versus a single layer on the other one. I replaced the ball bearings in this fan motor because the original ones were completely shot. Oil did not help. So let me start it up on high speed. And we're 1.53 amps and 150 watts. Go to medium. 1.14, 120 watts, and low. 1.09, 115 watts. I'm gonna put the heater in front of it and get the compressor to start. Let's set the temperature to 64 and go to high fan speed. should start up now. 5.4 amps, 601 watts. And I'll put it on low. It's been a few minutes. It's now at 6.99 amps, 801 watts. Just at 7 amps. And that's the temperature. It's been running for almost a half an hour now, and it's at about 7.8 amps, and it's still rising. And that's on low speed. Looks like this is where it's going to stay on low speed. Let's go to medium. And high speed. Looks like that's where it's going to stay on high.